Low key, niggas hating, but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we don't eat.
David Commonwealth of Massachusetts. This honorable court is now in session. You may be seated.
All right, good morning, jurors. I hope you had a good evening, and I just want to inquire and see, has any member of the jury had any difficulty following my instructions not to discuss this case with anyone, not to visit any areas that have been mentioned in connection with this matter since yesterday? I see no hands raised and all heads going in the right direction. Thank you. And how about, has any member of the jury read, seen, heard, or overheard anything from any source about any aspect of this case outside of this courtroom since yesterday that has affected or would affect your ability to consider this case in any way as a fair and impartial juror? No, thank you all very much. All right, with that, I think we're ready to proceed. Commonwealth, is the witness available?
Yes, I believe we're in the cross.
We are. Just reminder.
Morning. Just a reminder that you're still under oath.
Okay. And Ms. Adams, again, as of the same as yesterday, if you could do your best to keep your voice up, that is appreciated.
Yes.
Thank you.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Adams, on January 1st, 2026, you sent Steph's girlfriend a text message that later appeared on TMZ's website, correct?
Yes.
And in that text message, you told Steph's girlfriend that you were so sorry, but you couldn't talk to her, right?
Yes.
And you told Steph's girlfriend in that text message, I didn't say that, especially in the way it was written.
Yes.
Right? And you were talking about the statement that you made to the Dedham police, right?
It was a voicemail, and I didn't listen. I read it, the transcript, so I didn't know her voice.
When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026.
I don't understand the question. I'm sorry. So
I
don't
haven't
wanna
finished my
answer it.
question. When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026, in a written text message, I didn't say that, you were referring to the statements that were reported in the press that you gave to the Dedham Police Department, correct?
I don't understand your question.
Did you or did you not write those words?
I don't understand your question without further explaining.
You can't testify under oath to this jury what you meant by the words you wrote to Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026?
I'm sorry. I don't understand your question without further explaining.
You also asked Steph's girlfriend to, quote, please call my mediator and she will answer everything you need to know, but only in person and confidentially, right?
Yes.
Your mediator's name is Lynette Marie, right?
Lynette Marie.
Thank you. She's also known as Lynette Marie Turner.
I don't know.
You don't know your mediator's last name?
I don't know her. She's married. I don't know her exact last name.
Your mediator works for a company called LMT Global, correct?
Yes, that's her company.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
I'm showing you a corporate document from the state of Michigan. It is an amended annual report filed by LMT Global Corporation. Can you please read the name of the president of that company?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sidebar.
Your mediator, Lynette Marie, issued a money demand to Stefon Diggs on December 29th, the day the criminal complaint in this case issued, right?
I'm not sure of the date.
Oh, may I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Do you recognize this email from L. Marie on December 29, 2025 to Stefon Diggs and a number of other people?
No, I don't recognize it.
You've never seen this money demand before.
I seen the money demand after I was, that's it. I don't recognize the email.
Testimony under oath is that your mediator made a money demand on December 29th for money for you from Mr. Diggs.
Money for
same-
past
The
wages.
same day the criminal complaint in this case issued, and you didn't see it?
I can't answer that question.
I'm sorry?
I can't answer that question without explaining further.
Can't answer that question under oath.
Without explaining.
Your mediator demanded $19,000 on that date, didn't she?
For wages owed, yes.
Your Honor, I move to strike that.
Overruled. Answer stands.
Sorry.
Answer stands.
Thank you, Your Honor. You've made another money demand in this case, haven't you? Actually, before we get there, the
I didn't get a
19,000,
chance to answer the question.
before we get there,
Are you withdrawing your
yes,
question,
the
counsel?
question is withdrawn. Thank you, Your Honor. After a money demand for $19,000 was provided to Stefon Diggs, on February 13th, you issued a public statement, didn't you?
Yes.
And in that public statement, you said, I have never sought money to settle this matter, right?
I haven't.
And by the middle of April, you had hired a lawyer to represent you, right?
For workers' comp.
That's a yes or no question, ma'am.
Yes, for workers' comp.
Your Honor, may the witness be instructed to please answer the questions
The
posed.
witness answered your question.
All right. And for workers' comp, the lawyer you hired, is she sitting in this room right now?
Yes.
And she helped you prepare for your testimony in this case, right?
She came to support me.
She came to the meeting with the Commonwealth's lawyer to help prepare you for your testimony in this case, correct?
I don't know how to answer that question.
You can't answer that question under oath, ma'am?
No,
You met with the prosecutor last Thursday, right? With your lawyer,
I was
right?
told to have a lawyer because you guys asked me to plead the fifth on some things. So I was instructed to have my lawyer come.
So your testimony under oath is that the Commonwealth's attorney instructed you to bring your private lawyer?
Or a lawyer that you guys offered a lawyer. So I brought my private lawyer.
I'm sorry, when you say you guys, do you mean me, defense counsel for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
Is your testimony under oath that I had some role in your preparation session with the district attorney's office to prepare you for your testimony in this case?
I was told that the defense said I needed to have a lawyer, or they were going to provide a lawyer, something in that context, about pleading the fifth about messages. So I brought my lawyer, which was when I walked to the side of the judge yesterday.
Your personal lawyer is here today, correct?
On workers' comp.
She's with the law firm of Boston Law. That's a law firm here in Dorchester, Massachusetts.
Ma'am, I think that was, I apologize, but you do need to keep your voice up. I don't know if you answered.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Tell the jury how much I think you described her as a workers' comp lawyer.
I got her because I was injured on the job and I needed to file a workers' comp case. Stefon Diggs did not have proper workers' and comp Insurance?
May-
The final portion of that answer will be stricken and you will disregard it. Ms. Adams, if you could just listen to the question, answer the question, and if you need it rephrased, council will certainly rephrase it for you. Next
Okay.
question.
Thank you, Your Honor. 3 weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5.5 million from Mr. Diggs, didn't he?
Mr. Diggs offered me $100,000
Ma'am?
to recant my statement.
That is a yes.
That is the
Your Honor,
only.
Maybe be heard sidebar, please.
Objection, move this right. Your last part of the witness's answer, the last part of the witness's response will be stricken as non-responsive. You will disregard it and you will not consider it during your deliberations.
Oh, this bitch is rude. This bitch is rude and she is lying. And then y'all, I just found out because I was watching Marcellus Wiley's show, and he was going through the Stefon Diggs thing, and he told us that he is going through a similar thing. I fucked around and Googled Marcellus Wiley and accusations and said starting in May, he's 7 women. And he said he can't wait to have his Stefon Diggs day in court. And he said he got evidence just like Stefon Diggs. So I might, depending on, I told him I'm going to do a separate video about it because I need to react to what he said and then pull up the story. But yeah, I'm going to be busy today. This shit is crazy though. The fact that he's even in the courtroom, which what evidence did they have that this man strangled her when she came in 2 weeks later? There were no bruises, there were no pictures, so he got arrested just on her word alone. And this bitch in here lied. She's educated. She said she got a psychology degree, but she can't answer no questions. She don't recall. She don't know nothing. She's an idiot with a psychology degree. This is bullshit, and this is what us men have to go through all the goddamn time. This nigga had to actually be charged, make bond, spend money on a lawyer, get fucking indicted, and sitting in court to prove that this bitch is lying. And nothing's gonna happen to her. She done got caught up lying on the stand already. They not gonna hit her with no perjury charges when this shit is over with. She gonna go on about her goddamn life like this shit never happened. And it's gonna be some more dumbass rich niggas to hire this bitch to stay in their house and cook for them and suck their dick. Oh, y'all want to see the white bitch she was talking about? Got a picture of her too. This who she was mad Stefon Diggs was fucking besides Cardi B. That's the white bitch Lindsay that she was talking about. Stefon Diggs be taking them down. I can say that he be taking them down. But this is what us believe all women. This bitch is straight up lying. She lied on expense reports and some more shit. And they got a video of this bitch dancing a few hours after she said she was strangled and almost passed out. They have video of this bitch in this man's house shaking her ass. This nigga's on trial. He got to pay his lawyer for this. She didn't have no attorneys for this. And even with the bitch lying on him, he offered her $100,000 to recant, even though she clearly is lying. The bitch said, "I'm gonna ruin your life." They all say that when they mad. Ain't that what Lene said to Umar? "I'm gonna ruin your life because you don't like me no more, nigga." This shit is scary. And if y'all have sons, y'all better be telling them, watch the bitches they choose because they'll do some shit like this. Especially if you a rich nigga. They lie on broke niggas too, but if you a rich nigga with money, oh, you getting lied on. These folk wanted $5 million. Hell no, they made me go the fuck off this morning. This shit ain't right, and this bitch up here playing like she dumb. I never asked for any money. I didn't say anything. He just offered me $100,000.
All right, jurors can step down this way, please.
God damn it, they didn't put the jewelry out this.
Court stands to the recess.
So bad. Like, her refusal to answer questions and talking shit to the attorney that made them clear the court. Then I forgot this bitch yesterday gonna ask the attorney 5-10 minutes into the question, what's your name? My name ain't important. This is some bullshit. I wish we could hear the sidebar. Hold on, I'm trying to find I'm getting my short ready. Now this bitch done triggered me. Let me just speed it. I ain't gonna go all the way through so we can miss some of the lunch. I'll just put it on super speed. So therefore we still waste some time, but we don't skip all the way through. I'm trying to save us the hour lunch. I could go ahead and skip to where they back in trial, but then it's shortening it up. And we don't want to sit through lunch. We kind of want to skip fast forward through that. But now this some bullshit. These folks know that and he can't sue the police department for like allowing this bullshit to go through. He can't sue the prosecutor's office for allowing this shit to go through. Nothing. He just has to. His name is already tarnished. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck that he was found not guilty. And she done told all his goddamn business. Carter might not have known he was fucking all three of these hoes. That she know now, I mean, they broke up now, but shit, she might not have known. That all this shit was to embarrass this nigga. The one thing he can take solace in is once his name is cleared, he will immediately be signed to an NFL team. He ain't been signed to a team since this shit. Well, I won't say since it happened because they kept him. The Super Bowl is what got him cut. Cardi B's shenanigans. But yeah, since he got cut and this trial is looming, ain't nobody signed him. They'll sign him when this shit is over with. They just better be glad she didn't say he sexually assaulted her. She just said he struck her and strangled her. These folk, this shit here is crazy as hell. Okay, amazing bliss. Nah, cause like when this happened, he kept playing and they went to the Super Bowl. The Patriots, they were cool with this. This was nothing to them. It was all the shit that happened with Cardi B afterwards, because it's fucking Cardi B at the Super Bowl. If it had just been a little small, no-name lovers quarrel like with these random bitches, he'd still be on the team. That's crazy work, though, yo. This is just because, and we still don't know why she say it's over money that she was owed, but then they showing like, lady, this nigga didn't owe you no goddamn money. You see the invoices where he paid you. Well, he didn't pay me for the week he sent you home. Bitch, because he sent you home. Why would he pay you for the week that he sent you home? That means you did not work for a week, so you was caught up. This shit crazy, man. Hell, I'm damn tempted to fast forward it. She came in with the dumb shit for 2 days in a row. I like how she is dressed all homely too. Like this bitch body is banging. I told y'all, I said it gotta be something. Stefon, like this, she looks normal in this shit. She gotta have a banging body under them clothes, and she does. She is snatched. She got her BBL, and she got good hair. She just playing up for the courts. I had to be nice to Stefon because man, you got a PhD. You've been doing this for years. You ain't had no money. You didn't have Spirit Flight Fare And then you said you get paid $2,000 a week plus whatever he reimbursed you. So what were you doing with your money prior to you getting put out? What the fuck was you doing with your money? Because I know you didn't spend $19,000 and then get reimbursed for him to owe you this. Because at some point you would be like, yo, I ain't even got paid my salary yet. I'm not finna keep buying no motherfucking groceries. I'm not, you give me the money for the groceries and I go buy them because you're not even giving me my salary at this point. Like this woman was, after she claimed she was abused, she was back at this nigga's house trying to work in some more shit. What's going on there in the Jedi? I was just talking about that. I didn't know Marcellus had any allegations going on until he said it. So then when he said it, I Googled it. I'm like, 7 women. Oh, we gotta go into this, and I gotta play his response. Like what gets it for me, and I understand when him said when he was like, yo, it ain't for me. My son got my name. My son is a goddamn junior. I'm not finna let this bitch besmirch my name. None of these hoes. So he could look up and people either go think it was him that did the shit or his daddy. Either way it goes. So I feel him. Welcome in, my brother. Welcome in to this shit here. I did this yesterday, but she came right back in with the fuck shit today. They is on a really extent. Hold on, fuck this shit. Even though I didn't sped it up, I'm getting impatient. This is a long ass. I got a feeling they ain't been live nothing but an hour, and most of it has been a damn break like this. All right, we're back in the courtroom. Hold on, let me put it back on normal because again, I'm trying to avoid the lunch break. I just can't believe. And he better than me because he ain't said nothing. He been in the courtroom emotionless. I would have been saying, man, every time they hit her with a point, I would have been like, I told that bitch. I told that bitch. I told that bitch. And whoever Stefon Diggs' lawyer is, she is a motherfucking pit bull. And whoever advised him to hire her, they know what the fuck they doing because it would have seemed weird if it was a man attorney up there asking her those questions. So he had the perfect woman to grill her. And she on that lady ass to the point where she getting discombobulated. She like, I don't want to talk to you no more. Sorry, ma'am. You shouldn't have brought your ass on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. What's going on, Terrence? I see you over there on Facebook. I can't see the comment if you commented, but I see your reaction. What's going on, Evelyn Tate, over there on Facebook as well. If y'all want to see the chat and all that and have a conversation with people, Facebook, come on over to MoneyBoy Trey YouTube channel. It don't matter how you spell it because it'll pop up. It'll be me. And it'll show me live if you aren't subscribed over there on Facebook. But if you want to keep watching over there, go ahead. I have little engagement over there, but I just do it anyway because you got to. Got to have your content on all platforms.
And it's that you're responsible for answering questions that are put to you. If you don't understand a question, you can say that. And I'm sure counsel will rephrase. If you can't hear a question, tell them that as well. But courtrooms function in, and especially trials, unfold in a question and answer format. This is not an opportunity for you to interject your own narrative and evade responding to questions the court deems appropriate. And if you continue to do so, your entire testimony.
That's right. Get her, judge. Straighten that bitch out. And I'm just saying, she has been caught lying at least 3 times. Can we actually see the judicial system prosecute these women so men won't feel like nobody gives a fuck about us. Because at this point, they get to lie on us in civil and in criminal court. This ain't no civil trial. This man is facing jail time over this bitch's lies. It ain't nothing gonna happen to her. This has to change. Otherwise, bitches is gonna keep abusing the motherfucking judicial system. Oh, back to the court show. My bad.
Maybe stricken. Am I clear?
Yes.
All the jurors.
All rise, jurors entering. May be seated.
Jurors, at this point, I just want to be clear on one point, all right? And it's the following. You may not consider anything you heard that was stricken from the record. When an answer is stricken from the record, it does not exist. And in determining what the facts are from this case, you're sworn to determine those facts solely and exclusively from the evidence presented, and you may not.
That sounds nice in theory, but ain't nobody gonna forget the shit this bitch said. Ain't nobody gonna forget she said Stefon offered me $100,000 when she was asked.
Ms. Adams, 3 weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5.5 million from Stefon Diggs, correct?
That is client lawyer privilege. I cannot speak on that.
What the
You
fuck?
believe that your lawyers
What the fuck? And guess what? Her attorney advised her to say this shit during the break. I can't speak on attorney-client privilege. Ma'am, it would be public if he filed documents. For her to know it, there has to be a paper trail. So that was an official settlement offer. You talking about you can't speak on it? Man, look, I'm glad this ain't me. I be all on social media cussing this bitch out every day at the court. And even when I win the case, I'd have been cussing this bitch out.
communications to Stefon Diggs are covered by your attorney-client privilege, ma'am?
I can't answer that question. I don't know the answer to that question.
You know that someone on your behalf has demanded $5.5 million from Stefon Diggs, don't you?
I have a workers' comp claim, and
Your Honor?
I'd explore all civil options.
Ma'am,
I don't understand.
are
the
you
question.
able to
Sorry.
answer
No.
that question?
No, I'm
Counsel,
not
restate
able
the
to.
question, please.
I hate to have to, because y'all know I normally do not do commentary during the motherfucking trial. But god damn it, I'm sick of this bitch. Ma'am, did you put in a $5.5 million workers' comp claim? And what injuries did you sustain on his properties for you to need workers' comp? And why didn't you need this workers' comp before he fired your ass? Man, look, men are getting railroaded across the country every day with hoes like this.
You know that someone on your behalf has demanded $5.5 million from Stefon Diggs.
Do you know that, Miss Adams?
No, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know how to answer the question.
She lying now. So your attorneys didn't
I have
let
no
you.
further questions.
What? So your motherfucking attorneys did not let you know that they was going to reach out to Stefon Diggs with a $5.5 million offer. They didn't let you know this at all. So are you mean to tell me they could have just stole $5 million and you wouldn't have known nothing about it? And she just gets to lie. Ain't nothing going to happen to her. And then the first thing she wanted to let y'all know was she was educated, that she had a psychology degree. She had to let y'all know she educated. But look how dumb she acted.
Your Honor, before we direct, may you be heard at sidebar?
Of course. Thank you.
They don't even know what to say to this bitch next. They perplexed. They don't even know how to approach this witness. This is crazy. Like, she already lost yesterday. Attorney, you've done a good job beating her ass. I think everybody on the jury sees this bitch is lying. She's sitting up there trying to make it look like she's 50. Man, this bitch is an IG model. I'm trying to send the picture. It won't send. I guess I'm going to have to email it to myself so y'all can see it. She kind of, in this picture, she kind of favor Cardi. I don't know why the fuck it won't send.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yesterday, defense counsel showed you a form about that you filled out to the police,
Yes.
and they made a point that you're the hand, but not the forearm and elbow. May I approach? I'm putting a form in front of you. If you could just take a look at that and look up and recognize it.
Yes.
And I may direct the witness's attention. Could you read right here when it says the expected injury?
Objection.
Rumi, this nigga offered her 100,000. That wasn't enough for her. Her lawyers made a counter offer of 5 million. He was like, fuck all y'all. And I'm guessing because I don't think the lawyer would have, after the criminal charges and all that, unless he was saying we won't go to trial and all that, we won't show up for 5 million. But he offered her some money and he ain't even do nothing wrong. He ain't do nothing wrong. I don't think the man choked her at all. I don't. I just think that she started becoming jealous of the white gal. She was cool with Carter, but he was probably spending a little too much time with the white gal who she says his employee, but she don't know what he do for her. And it got a little toxic. And he was like, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. I don't need you fucking up my shit. You cook, suck a mean dick, but you ain't worth all the trouble. That's what I think happened. I don't think this man choked her. For what? Not over no $2,000.
Your Honor.
Jane.
Is there anywhere on that form where you do note the forearm and forearm being used to choke you?
Objection.
Yes.
Sidebar.
Can y'all hear those rain sounds in my background? Yeah, I said Steph man, that nigga was living the life. He had the white host staying in there with him. He had her standing there with him. Cardi was coming through Air Blue Moon, dropping that puss out, and then the countless other bitches he had in between. He's a bad man. I ain't mad at him at all. And he don't discriminate. He taking them down to all shades, all races. My boy is a player in every sense of the word, not just on the field. That nigga is a Pro Bowl dater. But they're crazy. They did have a poll in the NFL that was like, who would you least like to have date your sister? Okay, this is her.
There's some questions about the text message.
This is the lady on the stand right here. This is her. This is why Stefon was fucking her. I told y'all she had to have a bad ass shape.
Still a binder in front of you?
Yes.
Do you
That
mind,
bitch shaped like a
opening to
Coke
section
bottle.
3 and to pages ending in 114?
Yeah, he was giving her good dick. She kind of look like Cardi in that picture.
Okay.
Would you mind reading the text messages from page 114 to 117?
And I'm running that bitch life. The next text message doesn't say anything. I won't be paying you shit.
And would you mind just saying who's saying it?
Okay, I said the first. And running that bitch life is what I said. Mr. Diggs said, I won't be paying you shit. Fuck, I look like paying you and paying another chef. Is you high, bitch? Who?
It makes sense. If I sent you home and then I had to hire another chef to pay me, why would I be paying you? That I gotta skip it back. Damn it, I done started reacting to this motherfucker in real time. Stefon Diggs replied like a real nigga. Man, fuck wrong with you, bitch? What?
I said the first. And running that bitch life is what I said. Mr. Diggs said, I won't be paying you shit. Fuck, I look like paying you and paying another chef. Is you high, bitch? Who the fuck give you money for your business? Who the fuck gotta give you money for your business? I don't gotta do a motherfucking thing.
Roman, I don't think there's filter. I think right. She's the woman is not ugly. Right here, she looks homely. She looks normal. This ain't how she walks around normally. This is her court attire. I don't think filtered at all. She's a fine woman. She let her hair done and shit of that nature. She cute. You just right now, she look like a nanny. Instead of she looks like a goddamn nanny compared to, hold on, I want to put a picture here. Good garbage day, Gabe. Compared to this here, she look like a nanny, but this is what she normally walks around like. But for court, trying to say she's an assault victim, she dressing up, she playing the part. Her attorneys and them told her to do that for the aesthetic. She couldn't come in there looking like a hot girl, but this is how she got the job. I guarantee she was looking like this when she applied for the job. Well, however he found her, she was dressed like that. That's why they ended up fucking, because of how she dressed. Because he wouldn't have looked at her twice if she was walking around his house like this every day cooking.
And you can get whoever you want. You got my address. Tell them to come take the money then. Fuck you talking about.
Oh, shit.
I said bet.
Oh, shit. Stefon got gangster. Stefon said, bitch, you got the address. Call whoever you need to. Get it back in blood, bitch. Oh, shit.
I don't gotta do a motherfucking thing. And you can get whoever you want. You got my address. Tell them to come take the money then. Fuck you talking about. I said bet. Pussy. I said pussy. Show me I'm pussy. Will do.
That's all.
That's it.
She
in your
said she
experience
gon'
as a personal chef.
she said she was gonna show him that he was pussy. She called him a pussy, and he said, "Show me." She said, "I will do." I wonder what she meant by that. Did she mean she was gonna physically harm him? You think that's what she meant?
Is it common practice that when chefs get sent away, they get paid for the week that they get sent away?
Yes,
Objection. Your
because
Honor.
that's the only job I have.
Yeah, good objection, because she can't speak to what common practice is. Everybody has different practices, but she wanted the week that she was not working, she wanted to be paid. And what bitch, you ain't had no PTO? Why did she think she was entitled to a week's pay? But that's how the prosecutor walked her into that one. Is that common practice? Where? If she was working at a restaurant, there wouldn't have been no goddamn common practice.
Chef, is it common practice that when chefs get
Hold
sent
on,
away, they
yeah,
get paid for the
I'm
week that
finna
they
go
get sent
to
away?
my microphone.
Objection. Your
Because
Honor.
that's the only job I have.
And I know on cross it came out that you made a public statement where you said, "I've never sought money to settle this case." When you said this case, was that referring to the criminal case? Or?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
Very briefly, Your Honor, if I may.
Go ahead.
That series of text messages that you just read, that was in response to you saying after you were fired by Mr. Diggs, you will be paying me out for the season and the money. I'm sorry, and this is on page 113 of Exhibit 3. You will be paying me out for the season and the money you said you would give me for my business. Wasted my fucking time being here because you got a fucking circus going on, right?
Yes.
So when he said he wouldn't be paying you, he was referring to your demand that after you leave your employment on December 2nd, he nonetheless continued to pay you $2,000 a week for the rest of the New England Patriots football season while you were not working for him, right?
That's not how it goes.
You will be paying me out for the season, right?
I was a contracted employee.
It's a yes or no question, ma'am.
I don't know how to answer that question. Sorry.
And before you said that, if you turn just one page back to page 112, what Mr. Diggs said to you that you were responding to was, "I'm going to leave you be. Thank you for cooking for me for this season. I appreciate you. Hate it even got to this." That's what you were responding to when you told him he would be paying you out for the season, right?
No, it's a full context of those messages.
Ma'am, was the message that came from Mr. Diggs that preceded your demand that you be paid out for the season? Thank you for cooking for me this season. I appreciate you. I'ma leave you be.
Can you say that again?
You can look right down there on page 112. I'ma leave you be.
What was your question?
I'm not finished. Thank you for cooking for me for this season. You can read along and correct me if I get it wrong. I appreciate you. Hate it even got like this. Right?
That's what it says, yes.
Okay. And you were really hoping that Mr. Diggs would give you some money so you could open your own restaurant, weren't you?
Objection.
That was our agreement.
That was what you wanted him to give you, right?
That was an agreement.
Ma'am, is this a contract suit?
Objection.
This is an assault.
That objection is sustained. Witness doesn't have to answer.
Withdrawn, Your Honor. Thank you.
There's no question in front of the witness.
You wanted him to pay you to open your own restaurant, right?
I wanted to pay me past wages.
Okay. Just one moment, Your Honor, please. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything else?
No redirect, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Commonwealth calls Kenneth Ellis of the Dedham Police.
Watch your step. You're going to remain standing and face the court. Thank you.
Sir, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. You may sit or stand. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, proceed.
Go right ahead. Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning.
Would you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Yes, it's Kenneth Ellis, Ellis,
And what do you do for a living?
Dedham police officer,
And how long have you been an officer at the Dedham Police?
18 years,
And what's your rank?
patrolman.
And prior to being an officer at Dedham, did you go anywhere else? Were you an officer anywhere else?
I was not.
So prior to being an officer at Dedham Police, did you go through any sort of special training or academy?
I did. I went through a police academy in Randolph.
And how long was that? What did you do in the police academy?
I was about 25 weeks, I believe.
And-
Everything from law, different aspects of the law, criminal law, constitutional law, motor vehicle. We had emergency vehicle operation, firearms, report writing, first aid, things like that.
Turning your attention now to December 16th, 2025. Do you recall if you were working that day?
I was.
And do you know what shift?
I was working the day shift, 8 to 4.
And were you out on duty, patrol? What were you doing?
I was assigned to the front desk.
Okay. So when an officer is assigned to the front desk, what are their duties?
You basically just any walk-ins. Sometimes we have the business phone rings, the non-emergency line.
When you say walk-ins, is that just someone literally?
Yeah,
walking
anyone
into the
can
door?
walk. It's people, ranging from, oh, may I use the restroom, or I'd like to make a report, anything. Yeah, anytime someone comes in, we greet them.
And during that day, did anyone come in?
Yes.
And do you know who that person would be?
We Mila Adams.
And when this person came in, you didn't know who that was at the time, right?
No.
And she came in. What, if any, observations did you make of her when she came in?
She sat down on the bench and she was crying.
And did you approach her, or did you wait for her to approach you? How did that?
I actually went. Normally, I speak over the phone. There's a phone to talk to the people in the lobby.
Like behind glass?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like almost like a smoked glass. But because of her demeanor, I went out to speak to her in person.
And did she want to talk to you at first?
No, she did not.
And why?
She asked if there were any female officers working.
And what did you say?
I actually went back to the shift commander's office and I checked the scheduling sheets, and it appeared that there was not one until 4 p.m. that day.
So what did you do?
So I went back and I let her know, and I just told her that, she didn't feel comfortable giving me a statement towards anything, then that's okay. And, if she could come back at 4 o'clock. And then I went back to the desk, I believe, for a bit.
And then what happened?
Then she called me back over and said she would like to give me a statement.
And where did you talk?
So right after you enter the lobby area, there's double doors, and then to the right of the double doors, there's kind of like an interview room. So we do fingerprints for like civilian things, gun permits, things like that.
And
He is definitely
what'd
from
you talk
Boston.
So she just wanted to give me a statement without mentioning anyone involved.
So what do you mean she didn't want to mention anyone involved?
Well, she said, I would like to tell you something.
Sustain.
But eventually, did you come to learn the identity of the person that she was talking there
Yes,
talking there about?
I
And
did.
who was that person?
She identified him as Stefon Diggs.
And how many times did you talk to Miss Adams?
Just that time in person, and then I believe there was multiple emails, and then it was probably 2 more times on the phone, maybe 3.
I want to draw your attention to the binder in front of you.
Sure.
Do you mind looking at that first, flip the page of that first one, that first tab? There's something in front of you. This is what was previously marked as Exhibit 1. Do you recognize what this is?
Yes, that was those were screenshots of text messages that she forwarded me.
So those are the messages that she provided you, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That one page, yes. At the conclusion of all your communications with her, what did you do?
So that day, you mean, or?
Just at the, I guess, end of, would you call this an investigation? I don't know enough the police term.
Yeah. So like once
Incident, I don't know.
at the end of it, which was about 10 days or so, maybe 8, 9, 10 days from the time that she originally reported it, I ended up filing a criminal complaint.
Against whom?
Mr. Diggs.
And for what?
Was assault and
Off text.
assault and battery.
Off
and,
what though?
Strangulation and/or suffocation.
Right.
Off
further questions.
what proof? And it was 2 weeks later.
I'm going to start at the end there. Thank you for being here.
Sure.
You said you've been a Dedham police officer for 18 years?
Yes, sir.
You just told us a little bit about the investigation, I think is what the DH has described it as. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, essentially.
Yeah. And so that involved what you just said. You took a statement from Miss Adams, you exchanged emails, you got a couple phone calls from her, and then you got a voicemail from her asking you to go to court, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So then that's what you did.
I did contact a phone number of Mr. Diggs twice, left voicemails, and was not able to speak to him.
That phone number, you don't know that that's his, correct? You didn't speak to anybody.
One of them I did use the TLO service to confirm his name. It was a 240 exchange.
So I just want to be sure here, Officer Ellis. You called the phone number, correct?
Yes.
You didn't speak to anybody.
No, I did not.
You spoke on the phone to Miss Adams,
Correct.
correct? You spoke in person with Miss Adams on the 16th, right?
I believe it was the 16th, yes.
Right. You didn't speak to any other people, correct? That's the
No.
only human being you spoke to.
No, there was another attorney I spoke to, but I don't believe from your firm.
Okay, so some other attorney.
Yes.
All right. You didn't get any photographs, right?
No, there was none presented.
And there was none to take, right?
Not for me, no.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
when Miss Adams walked in and you observed her,
Yep.
you didn't see anything on her body that said, I should document that.
I did not, no.
And your job is to document what's important, right?
Correct.
And that's where you write a police report.
Yes,
And so about December 16th, you did write a police report, correct?
I did, sir.
And that was documenting the conversation that you had with Miss Adams, right?
Yes.
And you said you've been a police officer for 18 years. I imagine you've written a lot of police reports.
I would say so.
Okay. And you've spoken to a lot of folks, correct?
Yes.
And you know that you write that report to record all of the important information that
Yes.
that person has,
Yes.
right? To document it.
Correct.
And that's what you did in this case, right?
To the best of my ability, yes.
Yes. And so when you spoke to her on December 16th, Miss Adams told you that there was a dispute over text message with Mr. Diggs, correct?
Yes, the initial disagreement, I suppose.
Yeah, and
started
that the
over
disagreement
text
was,
messages.
was about money,
That's
right?
that's what I
That's
was
what
told.
she said.
Yes.
She said they were arguing about money over text messages,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
And then he came into her room and this thing happened, correct?
That's what she told me. Yep.
Okay. And then after that, she left her position, right?
That's what. Yeah, she said. Yep.
Meaning her job.
Correct.
And then she told you she did go back to the house on December 9th to get her things, to get her belongings, correct? Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. And then the next thing she told you was that she, in that interim period, after she left her position, she went to New York City on December 2nd to be with friends, correct?
Yes.
And when she said that, those were her friends, right?
That's what I believed.
Right. You didn't think she was going to go see somebody else's friends,
No,
correct?
no.
Yes. And it'd be important to you to know if those were Stefon Diggs's friends, right?
I suppose.
That'd be important to your investigation,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Okay. And so another thing that was important, I think you already talked about, that was Exhibit 1. You got that right in front of you, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And so Miss Adams had said there was an argument over text about money that ended in a physical altercation, correct?
Correct.
And you asked her for the text messages, right?
I believe she offered them, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes.
And you took them because
Yes.
accepting the text messages that led to physical altercation would be important, right?
Correct.
You want to have that.
Right.
You want to document that.
Right.
All right. And so that's what that is. You received those from Miss Adams by email, correct?
Yes. I did.
And then you documented them, you saved them, and they're sitting right there in front of you right now for trial, correct?
Correct.
All right. And looking at those text messages, if somebody deleted messages from that before they ever sent it to you, that would be important for you to know, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
If those weren't complete,
Correct. It would,
you would want to know that.
I'd want the whole picture. Correct. Yeah.
Okay. If I may have one moment, Your Honor. I have no further questions. Thank you.
No redirect, Commonwealth rests.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
If I'm not mistaken, the prosecution only had 2 witnesses, her and the police officer. So I think they're done. Excuse me. This matter again, she had no argument through text message. It's not. It shouldn't be sufficient grounds for a warrant to be put out. She didn't have a bruise or scrape. She didn't document it. She didn't tell nobody. She went out partying. What are we supposed to make of this behavior? At this point, everybody confused. The jury confused, the prosecution confused, the defense confused that this lady dumb, but she's smart.
All right, the Commonwealth rests. Any evidence for the defense?
Defense calls Michael Perry.
Well, bullshit. We may get a not guilty verdict today. They have rested their fucking case. And I think they said Stefon has 10 witnesses.
You could just remain standing, watch your step, and face the front, please.
Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I did. You may sit.
I may proceed, Your Honor. Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Could you please state your name for the record and spell your last name for the jury?
Yes, my name is Michael Perry, last name Perry.
What do you do for a living, sir?
I do digital forensics for a company called Level Blue.
Okay. And how long have you worked for that company in that role?
Essentially 15 years through a number of acquisitions. Level Blue recently acquired Strauss Friedberg, who I worked for a number of years.
All right. So you've been in your position for a number of years, essentially with the same company. The name has changed at the top of the header. Is that fair to say?
That is.
All right. Prior to that, what kind of experience did you have?
Your Honor, Commonwealth would stipulate that this witness's credentials.
All right, thank you. I'll
I'm
leave it
gonna-
to your discretion.
Move along. Thank you. So just quickly, prior, what was your experience to working for the company that ended up becoming Level Blue?
I worked for Strauss Friedberg. Prior to that, Aon. Then Aon acquired Strauss Friedberg. Strauss Friedberg acquired Elysium Digital. So that was kind of the progression. But I held the same position.
Okay. And before that, did you work as an investigator of any kind?
I did. I worked for the Plymouth County Sheriff's Department as a digital evidence analyst.
How long did you do that?
It was about 5 years.
Okay. So my math is correct, you've been analyzing digital evidence for about 20 years then?
That's right.
And you have to undergo certain kinds of specialized training on how to do that?
Yes.
And I imagine if technology is developing, you have to kind of get retrained on that fairly often. Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say.
Right. Do you have any experience in dealing with digital data with regard to iPhones?
I do.
Right. And can you just describe kind of when we're talking about digital data from a phone, what does that mean? What does that look like?
Digital data from a phone is, data stored on the phone is extracted out. So I have special tools, forensic tools that I use to connect to the phone, pull all the data that I can from it, and then I load it into some applications to look at the data and find out what data is stored there. And, I can put together reports of data that might be relevant to a case.
Okay. And so when you say data, what does that mean?
So for a phone, it would include the things that you would use your phone for. History of phone calls, text messages, pictures that you take with the phone, maybe some internet browsing.
So when a user does all those things on a phone, is there kind of information recorded inside the phone tracking the user's movements?
It can, yeah. Whatever the user does with the phone typically is stored on the phone.
Understood. I'm going to ask you to take a look at the binder in front of you, Mr. Perry. I'm going to ask you to turn to, I believe it's marked C.
Okay.
You see that front page there, it looks like it says Celebrate at the top right corner. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. What are we looking at there in Exhibit 3?
This is the first page of a report that I put together after preserving one of two of Mr. Diggs's phones. So this is the first page of one of those reports.
All right. And so the report you're talking about, fair to say that's a number of pages there in Exhibit 3, correct?
It is.
All right. And that contains data from the phone that you just mentioned from December 2nd. Is that fair to say?
That's correct.
I'm going to ask that you turn the page in Exhibit 3 to, there's a little number on the bottom right corner that says 113 on the right. It ends 113, I should say.
Okay.
All right, so I want to kind of direct your attention here to this two messages in the middle of the page. The first begins, you will be paying me out for the season and the money you said you would give me for my business, and continues. Do you see that kind of blue bubble that we're looking at there?
I do.
Right. What are we seeing on the page here of the report when you see the blue bubble on the left and the green bubble on the right?
So this is an exchange of messages from the two parties. And you might think like, oh, I know blue bubbles and green bubbles. That's familiar. Like blue bubble is an Apple iPhone and a green might be an Android. But in this case, it's just to distinguish between the two parties. So the color doesn't really mean much here in that both parties had iPhones. So these are all just iMessages. But the report is in conversation view. So it's meant to look like you're looking at a phone. And so, the owner of the phone, Mr. Diggs, is the messages on the right in green, and on the left, their messages from Miss Adams and they're in blue.
Okay. And fair to say, in terms of Mr. Diggs and Miss Adams specifically, that those are, you don't know Miss Adams, correct?
I do not.
You're just going off of the contact information in the phone and the cellular phone number on the page?
That's correct.
Please turn to the next page, ending 114. So looking at this box on the top left corner of the box on the left, that page has a bubble that says, "In ruining that bitch life." Is that fair to say?
Yes.
All right. Up in the top left corner of that, there are two phone numbers. What are those two phone numbers? What's the significance of the data in the top left corner?
They're it's the contact information for both parties that are in this conversation. So you have a from number. The stored contact name is Mila Chef. And then you have the two, which is the owner of the phone who's receiving the message. That's the numbers in the top left.
Okay. And so would those be the two phones having the conversation in the iMessage chat?
Yes.
Kind of going down to the middle of the page, it indicates there's a time there that says 12/2/2025, 5:35:01 p.m. UTC +0. Can you explain what that means?
Yes, that's the time stamp when the message was read. And UTC is it's a universal time coordinate, which just means universal time, which is the time basically in London at the time. And it's kind of like a standard to base timestamps off of, where at the time of this message in December of 2025, we're not in daylight savings time, so our time zone is -5. So Eastern is -5 from that UTC time.
All right, so the UTC +0, you would need to subtract 5 to get to Eastern Standard?
That's correct.
All right, and so looking down at the bottom here of that same message, in the bottom right corner, it says 12/2/2025, 5:34, 43 seconds PM, UTC +0. What's that?
That's the time the message was delivered to the phone.
And when you say the phone, that would be the user's phone?
That would be the user's phone, Mr. Diggs's phone in this case.
And again, the same calculation would apply. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
So that message was delivered to Mr. Diggs's phone at 12:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time?
That's correct.
Looking at this box, the kind of corner, the bottom right corner we just talked about, you said that's when it was delivered to the phone, the user's phone. Is there any way any other way, I should say, for one of these blue boxes, one of these messages to appear in an iMessage chat?
No, I mean, it's just sent from the user that's part of the conversation that we see here.
Okay. And so the user in the right on the green, is there any way that that person could create a message on the other side of the conversation?
No, a user is not able to insert a message into a conversation just on one side of, in their own phone.
So a user could insert messages into iMessage on their own side of the conversation, but not on the side of the person they're talking to.
They can only send the message. They can't go into a conversation and just put a message in there. It has to be sent in that two-way communication.
Conversely, if the user of an iPhone wanted to erase messages on their side of the iMessage chat, would that be possible?
Yes.
If just directing your attention to the bottom right of page 114, there's a green box on the right. That's a message Mr. Diggs sent. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. If that message were deleted, would you be able to tell from the data that was extracted?
Possibly.
Okay.
And the reason why is that on an iPhone, if you delete a message, it actually gets retained for 30 days. So if you have an iPhone, you can go back and recover that message. Maybe if you deleted it by accident or something, you can recover it within 30 days. After 30 days, it's not recoverable.
All right. And so you could see the data for 30 days if a user deleted it, if you extracted their phone, correct?
Within that 30 days.
All right. How about if they deleted it and you just looked at the screen?
If they deleted it and you looked at the screen, no, you'd have to go to the menu and look at recently deleted.
Understood. I may have one moment, Your Honor. Just a few more questions, Judge. Apologies. I'm going to ask you, Mr. Perry, to turn to Exhibit 4. That's marked D. And I only got a couple questions for you on this. So I'm going to ask you to turn to the page that is marked 182, bottom right corner.
Okay.
All right. And so fair to say there's a message there that in the bottom left corner says, reacted to, all good. You know, I try not to make things bigger than what they are. You got your own life and things you deal with. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. So going to the time in the bottom right corner of that message, it says 12/11/2025, 8:37, 21 seconds AM UTC -5. Can you explain what that means time-wise?
Yes. So this is UTC -5, which means it's Eastern time because it's in December. So it's Eastern time zone. And what that means is for this report, after I preserve the phone, I load it into the application, my forensic application, and it parses the data that I extracted from the phone, and it recognizes that it looks like this phone is in Eastern time zone. Would you like me to translate the timestamps into that? And for this one, I hit yes. And so it's giving us a timestamp that's translated to Eastern time where the phone was used. The other report, I must have hit no for that, and it was just UTC.
Okay. And so Exhibit 3, there is no conversion in the actual report, and Exhibit 4 there is for the time. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I don't have any other questions. Thank you, Your Honor.
Commonwealth, any questions?
Good morning.
Good morning.
For the Exhibit 3, this extraction, when did you perform this extraction?
This extraction was April 13th, I believe it was.
And Exhibit 4, when did you perform that exact extraction?
I believe that was the next day.
So is that these text messages were sent in December?
December of 2025.
So the extraction report you did in April was beyond the 30 days, right?
That's correct.
So if someone had deleted messages from this, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Not from looking at this phone, no.
Nothing further.
Anything further? No. Thank you, sir. You may sit down.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It's called Janelle Salas.
Watch your step. You're gonna remain standing and face the.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
You may sit or stand, whatever you feel comfortable.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Could you please state your name for the record and spell your last name?
Janelle Salas, Sales,
Where are you from?
Maryland.
What do you do for a living, Miss Salas?
I am the chief of staff to Mr. Diggs.
When you say Mr. Diggs, is that Stefon Diggs?
Correct.
How long have you been Mr. Diggs' chief of staff?
Since July 2023.
Well, we know he ain't fucking her. He definitely ain't fucking her. This car they hooked her up with this job.
What are your responsibilities? What do you do day to day as his chief of staff?
I manage all the moving parts. It also varies between during the season or off season, calendar management, vendor management, and I'm pretty much the liaison between his marketing and talent agency. If I need to speak to finance, anything that comes up with his agent, anything personal, family related.
Sounds like quite a bit there. Okay. You said it varies by whether it's in the off season or the season. What does that mean?
So during the season, the calendar is pretty much structured for about 20 weeks, depending how long it goes, from camp all the way until the end of the season. So there's a strict schedule day to day, pretty much from 7 to 6 p.m. And then off season, it varies between training, traveling, and other business commitments.
Okay. And so you've been saying season and off season. Fair to say Mr. Diggs is a professional football player?
Correct.
And so that would be the football season?
Correct.
You said that in the off season, in the regular season, there is kind of schedules that you have to liaise with the team on, correct?
Correct.
Right. In the off season, it's more a schedule that you and Mr. Diggs can set then?
Correct.
When is the football season? What time of year?
Preseason, I would say July. So that's when we start preparing for camp. And then it starts, the actual NFL preseason is August. And then the official NFL season begins in September.
Okay. And when does it end?
If you go all the way through January and February.
All right. So December is during the
season.
NFL season?
Regular season.
Regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Among the things I think you just mentioned that you have to kind of arrange is living arrangements, places to live.
Correct.
All right. And have you lived in different places, or have
Correct.
you helped kind of secure housing over different places?
Yes.
And where's that been the last few years?
When I first started with him, it was between Buffalo, Houston, Miami, and then as of the past season, Dedham, Massachusetts.
All right. How did that house in Dedham, Massachusetts come to be the place where Mr. Diggs lived?
I got connected with a realtor through a mutual business associate, and he found this open home for rent because the goal is to rent a home. And so they found this space, and we looked at it. We did the walkthrough, and
It was pretty much the only one that was really available in the area because it was super limited and it fit
Let
the
me
needs.
just stop you there. I'm
Oh,
sorry. So
okay.
I, you were involved essentially in setting up that house?
Correct.
All right. I want to talk to you for a moment as well about other employees, contractors, those types of things.
Okay.
Are you involved at all in hiring or kind of arranging different services?
Yes.
Right. And so what would those be, generally speaking?
During the season, it would be his wellness and maintenance schedule. So it's massage therapists, nurses for his IV therapy, hair, nails, esthetician, just pretty much did regular maintenance on his body to just keep him going throughout the season.
Okay. And in terms of any other employees, have you had to try to, arrange for flights,
Yes.
drivers?
Correct.
What about a chef?
This past one, we were just familiar. He was friends with her.
All right. Let me go back before. Have you hired chefs before in the
Correct.
past?
Yes, I have.
All right.
Yes.
In terms of just kind of the process of hiring drivers, chefs, masseuses, anybody else, is there a normal process for engaging someone for their services?
We vet them out. I typically have I ask someone that was already a trusted resource, and I vet them out through them. We get paperwork. We come to agreements to terms. Sometimes they have a contract. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have an NDA. Sometimes they don't. It really is dependent on the relationship, and also, especially if they're new, they get the full on package, basically NDA,
All the paperwork you just
W-9,
described.
correct.
Okay. So you mentioned you didn't have paperwork for the most recent chef. Is that fair to say?
Correct.
And what's that person's name?
Mila
Do you know Mila's last name?
Adams,
All right. When did Mila Adams start working as the chef?
July of 2025.
Where did she work?
In Dedham at the house.
All right. Did she live in the house as well?
Correct.
Who were the other people who spent time in that house and or lived in it?
Spent time in it. I spent time in it when I would visit for games. His brother visited, one of his childhood best friends, photographer, videographer, mom, and other business associates and any friends that would come and visit.
Okay. Were there kind of permanent or assigned bedrooms in that house?
There was a general understanding of whose room, who stayed in which room, and pretty much if you got there, it's like first come, first serve. So there was only just 2 assigned rooms.
All right. Did Mr. Diggs have an assigned room?
Correct, he did.
And where was that house?
It was the main primary bedroom. When you walk upstairs, there's the first immediate bedroom. There's a landing and a laundry room, and it's the first immediate bedroom to your right.
All right. You just walked us in the house there for a moment. Could you just describe what the layout of the downstairs looks like?
So generally, there's a big grand foyer. When you walk into the house from the front door, there's a formal living room. To the right, there is a office to the left. When you walk up, it's about 2 steps and you go up, there's a formal dining room on the right. And then you walk up, it's an open concept. So it's an open living room and an open kitchen to the front of you. To the left of that is the stairs going upstairs to the 4 bedrooms. And then there's a stairs that go downstairs, right underneath the stairs that go up to 2 bedrooms in the basement.
Okay. Did Miss Adams have a room in that house?
She did.
Where was that?
So when you walk upstairs to the landing part to the to the 3rd floor, you walk up the second flight of stairs, which is about 4 or 5 steps. There's a bedroom to the right. And then there's 2 bedrooms to the left. She lived, her room was the last bedroom all the way down the hallway on the left side.
I think you just described that this was an open set. did you
Yes,
say?
it's open.
Right.
So it basically looked like there was a bridge, like a U bridge from the upstairs looking down, because the middle of the house, you can look down and you can see everything.
Okay.
And you can look up and you can see the hallways of both going into all 3 bedrooms.
Understood. So, different people at the house, did you have a key?
I had a key to the front door.
Okay. Were there any other security systems set up at the house other than just locks?
The garage, and then doors for like her bedroom and his bedroom
Okay. And that is that
and his closets.
all right? Any other measures on the house?
Garage door. I know there was a ring camera system, an alarm system, but other than that, nothing out of the ordinary.
Got it. So I want to direct your attention to December 2nd, 2025.
Okay.
Were you working that day?
Yes.
Where were you?
I was at the house. It was the day after the Monday night football game, and I had a hair appointment because we were getting ready to leave for a trip.
Where were you going?
Miami, Florida.
Who was going to Miami, Florida?
Miami trip consisted of Mr. Diggs, myself, his brother, his childhood best friend, and another close friend of his.
Who had made the arrangements to get that group of people to Miami?
Me.
When did you start making those arrangements?
The week prior, once we figured out the logistics. I typically try to do things a few days prior just because of the requirements that some of the travel vendors need from us, and because it's such a busy week. So I try to book as soon as possible.
All right. What was going on in Miami?
He had Art Basel, which is a art festival, art fair, and he was showcasing he was debuting his furniture line.
So Mr. Diggs has a furniture line?
Correct.
That week, was he not working? Was he missing a game? What was happening?
So Monday night, he had the Monday night football game, and it was going into his bye week.
What's a bye week?
Bye week is pretty much the 1 week that the NFL gives to players where they're pretty much off. They just have to report back on the scheduled day that it's typically like 4 or 5 days off, no meetings. They can go on vacation. They come back that Monday.
All right.
Regular scheduled programming.
And the plan was to go to the Art Basel, is what it was
Correct.
called?
Correct. Yes.
In Miami during the bye week.
Yes.
Anything else going on in Miami?
We were also celebrating his birthday,
What day is his birthday?
November 29th.
Right. So his birthday had already come and gone, correct?
Yes.
All right. And was there a birthday party that week?
There were at his house or in Miami?
In Miami, I mean.
In Miami, correct. There was.
You mentioned that there was a game the night before. What time's a Monday night game start, if you know?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock p.m.
Mhm.
So you know when it ends?
Probably midnight, and we probably didn't get out of there until like 2 a.m.
Got it.
Maybe 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
So that morning you said you were getting a hair appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that?
It was at the Dry Bar in Chestnut Hill, and my appointment was at 10 a.m.
How did you get there?
I drove.
Do you have a car?
No,
Whose car did you drive?
I drove Mr. Diggs' car.
Got it. And how long did that take you to get to the hair appointment, if you remember?
About 35 minutes because of traffic and the weather.
You mentioned that there was a Ring video system.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you to take a look at a video that is on Exhibit 11. One moment. That's fine.
council, do you need a minute? Because I can take the morning recess now if that's helpful. That's okay, whatever. All right, let's do this. Let's give you a second and everyone, oh, wait, here we go.
Here we go. Yes, if we could play that. And for the record, that's a video ending in the number 602. Do you recognize what we just saw there?
Yes, that's Mr. Diggs' Maybach.
Okay. And what's happening that
He
in
left
that
for
video?
work.
Where were you?
I was in the car, probably waiting to leave and warming up the car to go.
Okay. And you weren't in that car that we just saw
No,
drive out.
I was in
correct?
his Porsche.
I'm happy to continue, Judge, but we have a while further, so it might make
No,
sense.
that's fine. Why don't we take, jurors, why don't we take the morning recess? I think there should even be some coffee back there for you for a moment, all right? All right.
All rise, jurors can step down this way, please.
Now, does that mean the official break or
Jurors
not?
have exited this courtroom stands in the morning recess. Please remain in the hallway. Thank you.
How long is the morning recess? The shenanigans and more as the trial continues.
Yes, Chief, you just took it.
All right, let's skip forward some.
Jurors enter and all rise.
Hey, I thought they had already did the morning recess with that long ass shit they said.
May be seated.
Court, all rise. This honorable court is back in session. You may be seated.
I may resume, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Salas, we just watched a video off of Exhibit 11, and I think you said that was Mr. Diggs going to work.
Correct.
What kind of car was that?
A Maybach.
Okay. You said you were in a Porsche warming the car up?
Correct.
I'm going to ask you to, first I'm going to ask Ms. Silva to play a video there ending in 610. I'm going to ask you to watch that, Ms. Salas. So if we can replay that, we can get a look at it, Ms. Salas. If we could pause it right there real quick. All right, so do you recognize what that video depicts?
Yes.
What's that?
It's the Porsche leaving the house.
Who's driving
Me.
that? That's you leaving the house?
Yes.
All right. And if I could direct your attention here. The time on the exhibit is 9:26 Eastern Standard Time on December 2nd, 2025.
Correct.
Does that sound about right for when you left the house that morning?
Yes. Because my appointment was at 10 a.m.
Okay. So looking at that image, can you tell us, kind of just orient us on what we're looking at there?
The car, so that's the front of the house, and there's a long driveway that goes towards the back of the house to a 3-car garage and a driveway where you can probably fit maybe 2 or 3 more cars in the actual plot in front of the garage.
All right. Is there a way to enter the house through the garage?
Yes, there's an entry door going straight into the grand foyer of the house. There's the basement entry, stairwell, a powder room on the right, the entry stairwell to the basement to the left. And when you walk straight, there's a grand foyer. In front of you is the dining room, and then the formal living room. And then to the left is the living room and the kitchen.
Okay.
And the stairwell going up to the 3rd floor.
Going upstairs.
Yes.
All right. And so did you go through the garage to drive that Porsche out that morning?
Yes.
Do you remember getting back to the house?
Yes.
Do you remember what time that was?
It was in the afternoon after I had ran my errands from my hair appointment.
Okay. What I would ask is if Miss Silva could play a video with the last 3 numbers, 637, off of that same exhibit 11. If we could maybe replay that one more time, it's only about 3 seconds. All right, so do you recognize what that depicts?
Yes, it's the car returning home.
And is that you driving the car?
Yes.
All right. And the timestamp on that indicates it's 12:59:59 Eastern Standard Time. So it's just about 1 p.m. Is that consistent with your recollection of when you got
Yes.
home?
Yes.
What were you doing that day after you got your hair done?
I was coordinating our travels because I was getting updates from the airport regarding the change of airports, change of planes, and trying to just get everybody together
Okay.
to be ready to leave by the end of the night.
So you were working.
Correct.
And is there an area where you worked in the house?
In the kitchen, in the small little dining table, like in between the kitchen and the living room.
Okay. I'm going to ask Ms. Silva to play one more video for us. That's going to be 183725 on exhibit 11. We could try to replay that one more time as well. All right, so it looks like she's paused it here, a second into the frame. Do you recognize what's depicted in this video?
It's the Maybach coming home.
All right, is that Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
The timestamp on that looks like it says 15:38 and 51, so maybe 3:39, 3:40 p.m.
Yes.
Is that consistent with your recollection of when you got
Yes.
home?
Yes.
You said you were working that afternoon. Do you know where Mr. Diggs went in the house?
He likely went to say hi to his brothers and then went straight upstairs to take a nap because it's the day after a game.
Objection. Okay. Where were you sitting?
I was probably walking around the house, either the kitchen, probably going up and down to the basement because I was probably doing laundry, just running around the house.
Sustained. That response is stricken from the record. Jurors will disregard.
So let me ask you, you mentioned that you remembered doing something with flights and getting to the airport.
Correct.
What is that? What do you mean?
So because one of the airports that we usually travel frequently at, the Norwood Airport, there's limitations on the planes, and especially if the weather is bad, they typically recommend that we fly into another airport, which was Bedford.
Bedford, Massachusetts?
Correct.
So is that to say the weather was not great?
Correct.
December 2nd?
Correct.
That day,
Mm-hmm.
when you were making these phone calls, sending emails, doing whatever work you're doing to coordinate, you said you were downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see anybody else walking around downstairs during that afternoon?
Mila was there, his brother was there, and his childhood best friend, and another friend was also arriving in, who had flown in to go to Miami with us.
Okay. You said Mila was there. Did you see her that afternoon?
Yes,
What did she look like?
she looked like she was going to work out. She had workout clothes on. She complimented on my hair. Just regular, just walking around the kitchen, probably around the house. Nothing out of the usual.
Okay. That afternoon, did you, is that the only time you saw Miss Adams? You see her again as the day
Towards
went
the
on?
in the evening, closer to the evening.
So after dark?
Yes, it was because it was getting dark at like 3 o'clock at that time. So by like 3:30, 4 o'clock, maybe closer to 4:30, it was like dark.
Okay. And so sometime after that, you think you saw Miss Adams again?
Yes, because I was sitting in the kitchen and she had asked me if I purchased her flight.
The flight, was that a flight to Atlanta?
Correct.
And when you spoke to her that afternoon in the kitchen, did you observe anything on her face?
No,
Anything on her neck?
no,
Did you see any redness or swelling?
no,
Was she crying at all?
no.
What was she doing?
She was walking around looking for a piece of a paper and a pen to write a card, I guess, write a note to him for his birthday gift.
When you say to him, is that to Mr. Diggs?
Correct.
That's that November 29th birthday you just referenced?
Yes.
That afternoon, was there anything on Mr. Diggs' schedule?
He had ozone therapy and massage.
So is that a nurse who comes and does fluids
Yes.
and a massage, you said?
He has a massage therapist.
What time were those appointments?
I believe I told them both to come at 5.
Do you remember if those individuals actually appeared at the house?
Yes,
Did they?
I believe so.
That afternoon, you said you purchased a flight for Mila Adams to Atlanta.
Yes.
Did you arrange to get her to the airport?
Yes.
What time did that happen?
Probably in the 7 o'clock hour because you have to be there an hour before checking in your bag. And it took about 45 minutes to get to the airport. So probably between 7 to 7:30.
You think about 7:30?
Yeah.
And so did she leave the house around 7:30?
She should have left around before 7:30 to get to the airport on time if she was checking in a bag.
And you saw her prior to that,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So is it the encounter you had in the kitchen
Yes.
with the pen and the card, I think you mentioned?
Yeah, she was running to go to his room to put it on, I guess, his gifts that she was giving him.
Did you end up speaking to Mr. Diggs later that evening?
Yes.
And did you see any of those, the card or the presents that you
Yes, there were 2 boxes on his bed from Chanel. One he had opened up and he put on after his massage, and we were getting ready to leave. I told him, we got to pack, we got to go, we got to make this flight. He put the beanie on. There was another box that was unopened, and then there was a green Post-it with whatever note she had on it telling for his birthday.
All right. Prior to speaking to Mr. Diggs, prior to arranging for
Yes.
Miss Adams' Uber, did you hear anything that afternoon?
No,
Any screams?
no,
Slam doors?
no,
Anything out of the ordinary?
no.
Do you know if Miss Adams cooked dinner that night?
It was like a hot dog. It was like and there was like mustard on it, but it was like left on the counter and it was like dried up. And then in the room, it was like dried up. So there was like 2 that were made.
Let me back you up on that. Do you know if she did cook dinner that night?
She did
Where did she do that?
in the kitchen.
And what time did you see that?
I just remember the food being like prepared
Okay.
already.
And You mentioned it was a hot dog or something like
Yeah,
that?
it was like a hot dog, or like, like Auntie Anne's when they have like the pretzel dogs. It kind of looked like that, but it just looked dried up.
Okay. That night, did you all leave for Miami?
Yes.
If I may have one moment. I just want to recap on one issue.
Okay.
I think you said Miss Adams complimented your hair. Did she tell you anything else?
No. She was like, "Oh, your hair's getting long and it looks good." I was like, "Thank you."
Okay. Did she tell you she was assaulted,
No.
strangled?
No.
You're the chief of staff?
Correct.
I have no further questions.
I'm over here to apply.
Thank you. Good morning. And is it Sunny?
Yes, that's my nickname.
And that's is that SUNNYNIE? Is it
SUNNY and then SUNNI.
okay? So both ways. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So right now you are the chief of staff. Is that right?
Correct.
And how long have you been Mr. Diggs' chief of staff?
Since July 2023.
And prior to that, what was your position?
I managed his household, but it was part-time
Where
in
how long-
Maryland.
And how long did you do that?
September 2022 up until July 2023.
And prior to working with Mr. Diggs, what did you do?
I have been an independent consultant. I have been a project manager, event producer, and I consulted for companies for almost at that time, since 2017.
And right now, how much do you get paid by Mr. Diggs?
I would say between 90 to 100,000 a year.
And when you were, what was the term of the previous job? The house manager?
Yes.
Oh, how much did you get paid when you did that?
I was on retainer for 5,000 a month.
And you mentioned you went to Art Basel?
Correct.
And how long was that?
That was we got there Tuesday evening up until the events were all the way through the weekend that Sunday.
And what kind of events were there?
There was a showcase of his furniture line, his birthday party, just, showcasing his new furniture line.
But and you went to these events?
Yes.
Did you have to pay for any of these events?
No. Like physically? Like my own money?
Yeah.
No.
And did you have food there?
Yes.
Did you have to pay for your food?
Not with my own money.
So
With my company card.
okay. So
Yes.
Thank you. You mentioned driving one of his cars. What car was that?
It was his Porsche.
Is it a nice car?
Yes.
How often do you drive that one?
If I need to go run errands, if I need to do something, I will use the car as an insured driver.
And when you say run errands, is that personal errands or errands for Mr. Diggs?
Both.
Okay. How often do you go on trips with the staff?
As needed, specifically for business trips, more so.
Okay. On December 2nd, you were at least at some point in the house, right?
Correct.
And you saw Ms. Adams?
Yes.
So she was there in the house?
Yes.
And you saw Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
So he was there in the house?
Yes.
Did you, was there any time that day where were you following Mr. Diggs the whole time?
No.
Were you following Ms. Adams the whole time?
No.
So there a time when both of them were outside of your range of being able to see? and
Yes.
hear? Have you been to Ms. Adams' room before?
Not all the way inside, but I knew which room she was in.
So you had not been inside that room before?
Not when she occupied it, but when we did the walkthrough, I was.
Okay, so when you were first looking at the house?
Yes.
But that day you were not in that room?
No.
Okay, so whatever could have happened in that room, you were unaware of anything that could have happened in that room?
Correct.
Your Honor.
Sustained in that form.
Is it fair to say that you have a financial interest in Mr. Diggs doing well?
Yes, Your Honor. Overruled.
What does that mean?
If he does well, do you do well?
I think we collectively do well.
Do you?
Yeah, even outside of financially.
Is he a good boss?
Yes, he's great.
Do you want to continue working for him?
Yes.
Nothing further.
Anything else for your witness?
I just have one question for you.
Yes.
You mentioned that you got to drive the Porsche.
Yes.
All right. Would you lie under oath to get to drive the Porsche and work for Mr. Diggs?
What does that mean?
It's part of lying under oath, your job.
What? I'm
Part of-
sorry. Can
is your job to lie, or would you be truthful?
I'll be truthful.
Okay. Who else got to drive that car?
Mila and anyone around the house, if they needed to use the car, they would drive it.
Did you see Mila drive that car?
I've seen her drive the car before.
I don't have any other questions.
Anything else for this witness?
When you say just other people around the house, about how many people does Mr. Diggs have working for him?
Employed, one.
So then otherwise, are they all just contract or?
Correct.
Do you know about how many?
Depending on the job, as needed.
Okay. Do you know in this?
Objection, Your Honor. We're not outside the scope of the redirect.
Overruled.
Just in December, do you know?
I couldn't give that to you on the top of my head.
Nothing further.
Thank you very much. You may sit down.
Thank you.
Defense calls Juliana Stratati.
Watch yourself. You can remain standing and face the court.
Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
You may sit or stand.
Good morning, ma'am. Could you please state your name for the record and spell your last name for the jury?
My name is Juliana Stratoti, Stratoti.
Are you from Massachusetts?
Yes,
What do you do for work?
I'm a registered nurse.
Right. Where do you work?
Full time, I work at Mass General Hospital, and then I have a side, a per diem job at the Drip Bar.
What is the Drip Bar?
Drip Bar is a wellness and hydration service. It's a franchise, but we have a location in Foxborough.
Okay. And so what do you do as a nurse for the Drip Bar?
Provide like wellness services, hydration, like extra therapy for people that you don't get prescribed, like at a hospital or through your primary care physician.
Does some of that involve making house calls?
Yes,
On December 2nd, 2025, did you do some kind of treatment, a house call that afternoon?
I did.
And where was that?
At Mr. Diggs's house.
Right. And had you been to that house previously?
I had.
And that was at 7 Schoolmaster Street in Dedham, fair
Yes.
to say? Do you remember what time you got there?
Most of my appointments were 4, 5, or 6 o'clock. I think that day I got there at about 5 o'clock.
I may approach, Your Honor.
Yes, right in.
I'm going to put the image in front of you. I'm going to ask you to take a look at that and tell me if you recognize what that is.
That's me ringing at the front door on the Ring camera.
All right. And is that a fair and accurate depiction of you arriving at the house on December 2nd, 2025?
Yes.
I would move to admit as Exhibit 12.
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, so Mark.
And I'm going to show you another photograph and ask you to take a look at that.
That's me leaving the house on the Ring camera footage.
All right, is that a fair and accurate depiction of you walking out of that house in the afternoon of December 2nd, 2025?
Yes.
I would move to admit as Exhibit 13.
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you.
So much, 13. I'm going to put Exhibit 12 back in front of you and ask you, there's a timestamp at the bottom right corner.
Your Honor, may we be seated in sidebar?
Yes, of course. Howell's objection is sustained.
A moment ago, I think you described when your appointments routinely were. Do you recall what time you got to the house in Dedham that afternoon on December 2nd?
That day I got there at 4:50
PM?
p.m.
And do you remember when you left the house?
According to the Ring camera footage, it was,
Let me ask you this. Do you remember when you left the house?
I don't remember exactly the time, but all of my appointments were roughly 45 minutes to an hour long.
All right. And so on December 2nd, 2025, do you think, how long do you think you were in the house?
Probably about an hour.
In the house, when you were doing the treatment, where did it actually occur physically inside the house?
In the living room.
So then fair to say you were in that house that afternoon for about an hour, maybe a little less?
Yes.
Okay. Anything out of the ordinary that day?
Not that I recall.
Hear anything unusual?
No.
Did you see anything unusual?
No.
I have no further questions.
May I?
Yes.
Good morning still. Had you gone to Mr. Diggs' house prior to this date?
I had
And how many times have you done this before?
a handful of times. I think before that was 2 or 3. After that was a couple.
And without you saying the actual names of any of your clients, what kind of clientele do you have with this job?
It depends on what services they're looking for. So kind of all across the board.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Thank you.
County Defense Call Stephanie Anastasi.
Just watch your step, and if you could just remain standing, please.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You sit or stand, whichever you prefer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you state your name and spell your last name for the record, please?
My first name is Stephanie. My last name is Anastasi, Anastassi.
And do you live in Massachusetts, Ms. Anastasi?
I currently live in Rhode Island.
Where do you work?
I work in Massachusetts.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a massage therapist.
Are you employed in that work?
Yes.
Who do you work for?
The Right Touch Day Spa in Attleboro, Mass.
And you provide massage therapy treatment to clients? Is that right?
Yes.
And as part of your work, do you need to visit clients in their home?
I do that separately on my own on the side.
I
No,
see.
it doesn't have anything to do with where I work currently.
Okay, all right. And as part of your work treating clients, are some of your clients professional athletes?
Yes, sometimes.
All right. And was one of your clients in December of 2025, Mr. Dix?
Yes.
Um, and how did it come about that you were providing treatment for Mr. Diggs?
I used to work for the Celtics back in 2019. And whoever I used to work for, he's a physical therapist. He connected me with Mr. Diggs.
Okay, thank you. And you would provide massage therapy for Mr. Diggs at his home?
Correct.
About how often per week would you do that?
Twice a week.
All right. And where in the home would you provide that treatment?
Sometimes it was in the living room area, and sometimes it was in his bedroom.
Did you need any special equipment to provide your treatment?
He provided that. I do need some special equipment. Yes.
I see. So there was the equipment in the house?
Yes.
I take it you used a table?
Yes.
Any other equipment?
No, just a massage table, and I would use my cups, which is for cupping.
I see. Okay. Thank you. How long did a typical treatment take?
Between a 90-minute to 2 hours.
And did you give Mr. Diggs a treatment on December 2nd, 2025?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember approximately when you arrived at his home for that treatment?
It was between 5:45 and 6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay. And how did you get into the house?
I rang the doorbell and Sonny opened the door for me.
Okay, thank you. And what happened next?
Then I asked Sonny where he was or where he would like his massage at. She told me he was in his room and that's where he would like his massage. So I went and grabbed the massage table. It was in like a computer room. And I brought it upstairs and he was laying in his bed and I started setting up the table.
All right. And was Mr. Diggs, do you remember what he was doing when you walked in other than laying in his bed?
I think he was falling asleep a little bit, but I wasn't sure. It was just laying down.
Okay. So I take it you began the treatment?
So I set up, I grabbed the blankets and stuff, and then he fell asleep. So I texted Sunny and I was like, hey, can I wake him up? And she said yes. So I ended up waking him up and then he got on the table.
Okay. And about how long was the treatment that day, if you can recall?
It was between 90 minutes to 2 hours usually. It was more towards the 2 hours than the 90 minutes.
All right. And did anyone come into that while you were performing that treatment in that 90-minute to 2 hour window?
Yes. Mila Adams came in the room at the time.
Okay. And how did you know Mila Adams?
I seen her in the house. I've seen her multiple times in the house.
Okay. Have you ever spoken to her?
Yes, we've had conversation.
Okay. So while you're performing the treatment, can you just explain to the jury what you saw?
Yes, so I was working on his right side leg, and I can, because the door is in front of me and I can see whoever was walking in. She was walking in, she saw that he was asleep, left, and kind of came back at a later time. When she came back at a later time, he kind of woke up because he was asleep. And she kind of went over to the bed and she asked him, there was something on the bed. She asked him if he was going to keep it. And then he said yes. And then she turned around and left.
And were you able to see what was on the bed?
It was a black box, but I'm not sure what it was or what was in it.
Okay. And did you ever have any occasion to look in that box?
No.
All right. How did Ms. Adams appear to you when you saw her come into the room those two times?
She seemed to be okay. It's nothing that I wasn't used to seeing in the past.
So she looked to your eyes the same as she had in
the
time
past.
you saw her?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see any marks on her face?
Not that I recall, no.
Did you see any marks on her neck?
No, she had a black jacket on, so I don't think I could see her neck, but I didn't see anything on her face at the time.
And did she seem upset at all to you?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. All right. And Miss Anastasi, do you remember when you left the house that day?
It's probably between almost 8 o'clock, 7:30 and 8 o'clock that day.
Okay. Thank you very much. No further
Of course.
questions.
Good afternoon, Miss Anastasi. Oh, sorry, good morning still, actually, Miss Anastasi.
Hello.
You said you had previously worked at the Celtics in is it like kind of word of mouth that you got a job working for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
In your line of work, how important is word of mouth in order to find new clients?
It's very important.
And outside of just actual, I guess, technique and skill, is discretion and care of how you, because you're working with some high profile people, is that also an important aspect to have?
I don't understand the question.
I'll withdraw it. Nothing further.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much, ma'am. You may step down.
And Your Honor, the defense calls Melissa Goddard.
Just walk your step. Remain standing. You can face the clock.
Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
You can sit or stand.
Good morning.
Morning.
Can you state your name and spell your last name for the record, please?
Sure. Melissa Goddard, Goddard.
Thank you. And what city do you live in? City and state, please.
Boca Raton, Florida.
Right. And are you employed?
Yes, I am.
Where are you employed?
At PMG Private CFO.
And what is PMG Private CFO?
It's a boutique financial service company. So we do accounting, tax planning, tax prep, budgeting. We handle everything financial, data collection.
And is one of your company's clients Steph Diggs?
Yes, it is.
Right. And do you work on Mr. Diggs' account?
Yes, I'm his client manager.
All right. And how long have you been the client manager for Mr. Diggs' account?
Since November 13th, 2023.
And can you just briefly describe how Mr. Diggs' account is structured?
Sure. He has the personal side, which we call concierge, and the business side. So the personal side is his life personally, but because his person is a business, it transfers also over into businesses. And then he has several businesses that we operate.
Can you just very briefly identify the different businesses?
Sure. Diggs Deep LLC, which is for his name, image, and likeness. Liam Brands International, which is a clothing brand. CV Passem, which is a furniture brand. And Diggs Deep Foundation, which is his charity organization.
And so those businesses that you just described, are those handled on the business side of his account?
Correct.
All right. And then there's a personal side or a concierge side to handle his business. To handle his personal expenses.
Correct.
Okay. And up until starting before October 2025, so from 2023 to 2025 October, which side of his account did you handle?
I handled daily business transactions for the most part.
Okay. And did you have a different colleague to handle the personal kind of concierge side?
Yes, the practical everyday concierge side we did.
And would expenses for private staff be handled on the business side or the concierge side?
The concierge side.
Okay. And did something happen in the fall of 2025 that caused you to take over responsibility for the concierge side?
Yes, we had an associate leave.
Okay. So the associate left, and then were you responsible in the fall of 2025 for both the business and the concierge side?
Yes.
Okay. And did you have responsibility at that time for payments to Mr. Diggs's private chef?
Beginning of November, yes.
Okay. Beginning of November 2025?
Correct.
And do you recall, well, what did you do when you took over responsibility for those payments?
I was notified at the beginning of November that the data collection program that we used was updated so that personal payments needed to be made. And one of them was for the chef. And I asked, catch me up. Does she have a contract? How do we pay her? Does she have a W-9? Does she have an NDA? just general information like, what do I do? And
Who are you talking to when you were getting this information?
Sunny,
And who is Sunny?
Stefon's personal assistant.
Okay. All right. Do you recall receiving an invoice from Ms. Adams on December 1st of 2025?
Yes.
And do you
Works of services in November and reimbursable expenses.
Okay. What did you do with that invoice when you received it?
I checked, well, immediately I knew that it was incorrect because I had paid her weekly for 2 of those weeks. So it raised a flag. I needed to figure out, had I made a mistake or had she made a mistake? And that caused me to look a little bit further into the reimbursable expenses. We're much more structured on the business side, so I usually audit those before paying them.
Okay. So when the flag was raised and it caused you to look a little bit deeper, what did you do to look a little bit deeper?
I pulled up every payment that we had made to her for the last 18 months, as far back as I could go. And then I went through every receipt and reimbursable that we paid her for the last 6 months at that time.
Sorry. And at the conclusion, would you describe that as a kind of an audit?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if you receive an invoice and it's incorrect, I want to know, is it our mistake or was it her mistake? So I wanted to make sure that we had paid her correctly.
All right. And what did you learn from conducting your audit?
That she had submitted receipts multiple times over the course of 6 months, the same receipt. That she had submitted reimbursements for packages sent that were paid by our Federal Express account for reimbursement, that we had overpaid her.
And were you able to quantify the amount of money that she had been overpaid based on your audit?
Yes.
And how much money was that?
I think the total was $2,500 and change at that time, with an additional $744 that maybe was legitimate. I couldn't substantiate because there wasn't a date on it. So that was more in a gray area.
Did you ask Ms. Adams for more information about the money that she was seeking?
Yes.
How did you do that?
I contacted Sunny and asked for her email. I gave my phone number, even my personal phone number, so that she could reach me because sometimes they're in different time zones. I reached out to her twice.
Okay. And did you ever hear back from her?
No, she never responded.
Did you tell Mr. Diggs what you had identified, from at least from the audit that you conducted?
Yes, he called me. We spoke about it on December 5th.
All right. And what was his reaction?
He's like, "Get me a report." And he had wanted to make sure that she was paid. And I told him I would get him a report, and he was fine.
In the course of conducting your audit, or actually strike that, did there come a time when you were aware that there was some paperwork not completed that you would have expected to be completed?
At the beginning, when I took over, I asked for those things as, I think it was the beginning of December when the invoice didn't match what I had. You know, I'm buttoning things up. It's the end of fourth quarter. We're closing out the end of the year, so I wanted to make sure we had everything. So, you know, I was going through everybody's paperwork. But yes, it was about the beginning of December I realized we don't have her paperwork.
All right. And did you do anything about that?
Yeah, I had asked Sunny to, I'd mentioned to Steph that I think we should get one. He said to coordinate with Sunny, which I did on December 4th. And I didn't receive anything, so I followed up with it as I normally would.
And how did you follow up with it?
I asked Sunny if she had collected it, and I emailed Mila asking for it.
Do you remember the date on which you emailed Mila for it? Sorry, Ms.
December
Adams.
8th.
December 8th.
Mhm.
Did you follow up again with Ms. Adams, if you can recall?
I did not, because Steph said not to worry about it.
Okay. one moment, I'm sorry.
Oh, you want to refresh her?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ms. Goddard, you just testified that you followed up with Ms. Adams asking for the NDA on December 8th.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was incorrect. It was December 13th.
Okay, thank you. Right, no further questions. Council, Chair Report.
Just briefly, good afternoon now. Miss Goddard, have you ever been to Mr. Diggs' house in Dedham?
No.
No further questions.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Thank you.
Defense calls Shy Charles.
Just watch your step and remain standing and face the clock.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may sit or stand.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Could you please state your name for the record and spell your first?
Good afternoon,
My name
ma'am.
is Shy Charles. It's spelled Xiacharles.
What do you do for a living, ma'am?
I own a hair salon and I braid hair, natural hair.
And where do you live?
I live in Brooklyn, New York.
You said you own a salon. Do you have an actual physical location?
Yeah, I
And
do.
is that down in the New York City area as well?
Yes, it's in Crown Heights.
How many clients do you have roughly?
Too many to count. I have lots of clients.
Okay. Is one of them Stefon Diggs?
Yes, it is.
How do you know Mr. Diggs?
I started doing his hair when he played for the Buffalo Bills.
Do you know how many years ago that was?
I'm not good with dates, but whenever he last played for the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you actually do Mr. Diggs's hair, how long does that process actually take?
I'd estimate probably about 3 to 5 hours, anywhere between that. Yeah.
And where have you done Mr. Diggs's hair?
At his house. He travels a lot for work, so wherever he needs me to do his hair, I go.
Is that true of other clients you have as well?
Yeah.
Have you been inside Mr. Diggs's house in Dedham?
Yes, I have.
All right. Do you know when he lived there?
I don't know when he occupied the space, but I could tell you the first time I went there to do his hair.
When was that?
It was when the season started with the Patriots, probably about July, September, around that time last year.
So that'd be 2025?
Yeah.
Okay. And had you been in Mr. Diggs's and other clients' house to do their hair previously?
Yeah, I have lots of celebrity clients, and obviously they wouldn't want to come to the salon, so I go to them. So wherever they're at, I go meet them there, whether it's a hotel, their house, wherever.
All right. So it sounds like September or July, fall of last year was the first time you were in Mr. Diggs's home in Dedham, but not the first time previously.
Yeah, first time in Dedham, but not like
elsewhere at his house. Wherever he lived before that, I would go.
Got it. And having done that, did you meet some of the people who were normally around?
Yes.
Do you know a person named Sonny?
Yes.
Who's that?
His assistant.
Right. Did you meet any other family members of Mr. Diggs?
Yeah. Everybody that's in the house, his brothers, his mom, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet a person named Mila Adams?
Yes, I have.
Who's that?
It was his chef at the time when I met her.
And so when did you meet Mila Adams?
At the same time, I went to the house for the first time. So like around July, September, whenever the season started with the Patriots.
Of last year?
Yeah.
Did you meet at the house?
Yeah.
And how much time were you at the house kind of the first time you met Miss Adams?
Probably like less than 24 hours or around that time, because I know I had a client the following day. So I just had to come do his hair. But that was late in the evening. And so I had to leave the following day. Yeah.
Okay. And so you met Miss Adams at that point, but did you speak to her?
I did, because I had to go to Walgreens to get some products. And so I asked anybody in the house if they needed anything. And Mila said she needed a sponge, a makeup sponge. And so I got her the sponge. When I came back to the house, she asked me how much money it was, and I told her it was okay. And that's the first interaction we had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any other further interaction with Miss Adams after that kind of initial 24-hour stay?
Yeah, when I came back to the house.
When was that?
I can't give you an exact date, but I could like estimate. So probably within 2 weeks, because he'll do his hair like.
So about 2, maybe 3 weeks later?
Yeah.
You went back to the house in Dedham?
Yeah.
Was Miss Adams at the house in Dedham at that point?
Yeah.
And so did you speak more to her when you went back the second time?
Yeah. So can we go back? Because even after, because I don't
No, I'm
know.
sorry. Just
Okay.
I apologize, Miss
Yeah.
Charles. But
Yeah.
did you speak to Miss Adams again that second time you
Yeah,
went back
I did.
to the house?
We spoke more. Yeah.
All right. How much time did you spend with her that second time?
More time, like a longer time, because we were talking about food, and she wanted to come to New York to start her restaurant. And I'm a business owner, and we connected on the fact that she was a business owner. And I have like a big social media following, and I told her that she needs to do content. And I wanted to help her with her content so she could start her business. So we connected on that.
Did you end up helping her
Yeah.
with content?
Yeah.
Did you two stay in touch?
Yeah.
How long were you around at the house in Dedham that second time?
I can't tell you how long, honestly. I would stay longer if it had a game and we'd go to the game together. But for however, because most times she'll be like the only female there, and Sunny will come and go. And so I spent more time with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of following that time you spent together where you said you connected over being business owners.
Yeah.
Did you two remain in contact?
Yeah.
And how did you do that?
We'll text, we'll send Instagram reels, we'll FaceTime.
So you guys exchanged phone numbers?
Yeah.
How much did you talk, you think, in the following weeks and months that fall?
A lot, because a lot. We talk about business, we'll gossip, we girls, so yeah.
Did you ever spend more time together in person with Miss Adams?
Yeah, I took her back to my country. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, so I took her to Tobago. She spent time with my family, with my grandmother. Yeah, I actually bought her ticket to go to Tobago. So yeah.
When was that?
This was probably around Thanksgiving time.
End of November then?
Yeah. Whenever Thanksgiving was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Following that trip, do you remember where you went after that?
I came back to New York. We came back on the same flight. I came back to New York and she went to Boston.
Okay. Do you remember where you were on December 2nd?
Yeah, actually. I was in Target, like late evening.
What were you doing in Target?
I was shopping for ingredients because I was spending too much money on Ubers. So I was buying ingredients to cook, like groceries.
You're buying groceries at Target?
Yeah.
what were you cooking?
So I wanted to make this like Cajun pasta with shrimp and like sausage. Mila had made it at the house and it was healthy. And so I wanted to cook that because I didn't want to buy Uber Eats. I didn't want to spend money on Uber Eats. And I just wanted to be healthier and cook. And so I wanted to make it like her. So I was going through the aisles and like picking up stuff and calling Mila or message, like I texted her a picture and asked her if it was this one, but she wasn't responding quick enough. So I FaceTime her.
All right, so let me break that down there for a minute. You're in Target, you're trying to purchase ingredients
Yeah.
for a dinner that you had seen Mila cook.
Yeah.
You said at the house. Is that at the Dedham house?
Yeah.
All right. Did you say you were looking for what was the ingredient you were looking
Like
for?
shrimp, but so she makes matcha as well. So I was trying to find out like what matcha to get. That specific one from tea dealers. Shrimp, pasta, sausage,
Okay.
everything like that.
So you just said a moment ago that
Yeah.
as you were trying to find ingredients, you
Yeah.
started by taking a picture
Yeah.
and sending it
Yeah.
to Mila.
Yeah.
Do you remember what time that was at?
It was before 6 p.m. for sure because I remember leaving my cart in Target to go pick up some dry cleaning for my boyfriend because I had to get it before it closed. So I actually left Target and came back to Target. So it was before 6 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about a specific time? Do you remember exact times?
So the dry cleaners was in Brownsville, Target was at Gateway. So I got there probably minutes to 6. So probably like the end, like ending at 4 or 5 p.m. somewhere there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned a text message or a photograph of an ingredient you sent.
Yeah.
Was there any record of that?
Yeah, I took a picture and sent it to her.
All right. Would that have had the actual time?
Yeah, and the
on
location.
message?
Yeah.
Do you think taking a look at a record might refresh your recollection of what time
Yeah.
you sent that photograph? Did you say yes?
Yes.
I may approach her.
Yes.
What I'm going to ask you to do, Ms. Charles,
Yeah.
just take a look at that photograph. Okay? And I want you to look at that.
Yeah.
After you've reviewed it, take a look up.
Yeah.
Having looked at that, does that refresh your recollection on what time
Yeah.
you actually began communicating with Miss Adams when you were in the Target?
Yes.
And what time was that?
It says 4:38 on the picture.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
that consistent with your recollection of when you reached out to Miss Adams?
Yeah.
Now you said you started by texting and then you FaceTimed with Miss Adams?
Yeah.
What's FaceTime?
A video call app on every iPhone.
Had you FaceTime with Miss Adams previously?
Yeah.
And so describe how that looks. What's happening at that point when you're
Um,
FaceTiming?
So I FaceTime her, I told her what I was doing. We spoke about the pasta, and all the ingredients I needed to get. And she was like, girl, I'm not going to Miami. And she said she's going to go home to Atlanta for a couple of days. Then she's going to come to New York. Well, she's going to go home to Atlanta, but she's going to stop off in New York for a couple of days.
All right, let me actually stop you there. I
Yeah.
apologize, Ms. Charles. It was
Yeah.
not a specific question. So you said you're in Target while this conversation is happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you see where Miss Adams was?
Yeah.
Where was she?
She was in the kitchen
Kitchen of what?
of the Denham house.
And how do you know that?
Because I've been there before, so I know the layout of the house. And the faucet was running, and I could see the island in the background.
Okay. You just said she mentioned Miami. Did you notice anything about her face, her physical appearance when you had this FaceTime call?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
Did you see any redness, swelling?
No.
Was she flush?
No.
Was she teary-eyed?
No.
Were there any bruises on her?
No.
You started to talk a little bit about seeing Miss Adams that day,
Yeah, because
following that conversation?
yeah, 'cause
All right.
she said
Where was that?
in New York, because she said she was stopping off in New York for a couple of days, I asked her where she was gonna stay. She said at a hotel. I'm like, girl, we friends. You don't have to stay at a hotel. You could stay at my place.
All right. Did you actually see her that night? Did she stay at your place?
Yeah,
So where'd you first see her?
at the airport.
What airport?
LaGuardia.
And what were you doing out there?
I went to pick her up.
What time did you pick her up from LaGuardia Airport?
She told me she was on at 11, so I got there like minutes to 11. I had to wait because I think her flight was delayed. Yeah, her flight was delayed. So I waited there for like 45 minutes.
And so did you end up seeing Miss Adams? Did she actually get in your car?
Yeah.
You picked her up from LaGuardia Airport? When she got in your car, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
Mm-mm.
Did you notice anything about her appearance?
No.
Was there any bruising on her at that point?
No.
What were you doing when she picked Miss Adams up?
We went to go pick up my friend Tally in Queens, and we were just chilling in the car. We were just like singing and just talking.
Anything out of the ordinary about either Miss Adams or your friend Tolly's demeanor?
No.
What's your friend Tolly's name? If you know?
Her name is Natalia Moses.
Okay. Your car, what kind of car do you drive?
Mercedes-Benz GLE 63S.
Is there any kind of aftermarket systems that's equipped with?
Talks for itself.
Let me ask you this. Does your car have video?
Yeah. Well, I install dash cam in my car.
Oh, you put the dash cam in. That
Yeah.
didn't come with the car itself?
No.
Got it. What I'm going to ask is if we could pull up video 2, I believe, from what has been marked exhibit number 5.
Clean for myself. They get an honest check. What's on the list more like one of the things.
So if we could pause it right there. All right. So this is actually, for the record, the first video in exhibit number 5, Mr. Charles. Looking at this, we've played 14 seconds. Do you recognize what we're looking at?
Yes.
What is that?
That's me in my car. Dash cam video.
All right. And that video, does that fairly accurately represent kind of the drive you guys had?
Yeah.
All right. There's a timestamp down here at the bottom. It says 11:48 and 18 seconds p.m. Is that consistent with your recollection of kind of after you had picked Neil up from the airport?
Yeah.
What I'm going to ask Ms. Silva to do is go to the next video down on that list. I'm going to ask Ms. Silva to pause it real quick by hitting the space bar. Thank you. So, looking at video number 2, it looks like the timestamp on the bottom says December 3rd, 24 minutes.
Yeah.
Watching that video, what are we seeing in the video?
We were listening to Cranes in the Sky by Solange, and we were just talking about what the song was about.
Got it.
Yeah.
So when you say there, we, who is we?
My friend Natalia Moses and Mila Adams in the car.
All right, so where we pause, and it's a little hard to see, but is your testimony that Miss Moses was in the car?
Yeah.
Who's in the front seat here?
Mila Adams.
So was Miss Moses in the back seat of your car?
Yes.
Okay. What did the three of you do that night?
We went to Jersey. I have a house in Jersey City, so we went to Jersey City.
And what did you do?
Drink, eat wings, and watch TV, just chill.
All right. Did you end up staying or sleeping in Jersey City, or did you
N-
sleep somewhere else?
No, I went back. I think you spoke to the accountant, and her demeanor changed. His demeanor kind of changed, but I wasn't paying any attention to it. I was just doing my job. So after a while, she moves from behind on the dining table, and she comes to the front, like on the side, like a love seat area thing. And she was there on her phone, and she was just like laughing really loud. I don't want to imply anything, but like
No.
tell,
So
okay,
let me
yeah.
stop you right there. You said she's over on her phone. She was laughing really loud.
Yeah.
Was she watching the comedy special?
No, she was just on her phone.
Okay. So you said later that night or the
Yeah.
next morning, you spoke to her again?
Yeah, like in the like probably midnight, 1 a.m. ish. Yeah, she came downstairs and we were talking.
When she came downstairs, was there anybody else downstairs?
No, just me and her.
And what did she tell you when she came downstairs?
She asked me if he was annoyed.
She asked you if
he seemed, yeah, if he was annoyed.
And that's Mr. Diggs?
Yeah.
Did she tell you she was going to do anything?
Yeah, she was trying to antagonize him while she was on the couch, like trying to get beneath his skin, and she was
Sustained.
okay.
So let me ask you this way. Did she indicate when she came downstairs that she was going to do anything? Did she tell you she was going to take any action?
Yeah, she said she was gonna sue him
For what?
for the money that he owes her, and like she gonna take it to the blog. She gonna
Take it to the block?
blogs.
Got it.
Yeah. It was like an hour-long conversation, so it was a lot. So.
Let me start with
Oh,
one.
sorry.
So do you remember her saying that she was going to make him pay?
Yeah.
Do you remember her saying anything about a hostile work environment?
Yeah.
Let me have one moment, Your Honor.
Yeah.
A couple things I want to follow up with is Charles. Did Miss Adams, prior to her coming down that night, 1 a.m., and having this conversation with you, did she tell you that she'd been assaulted? Did you heard anything about a strangulation and
No.
assault?
No.
That night, when she was talking about the suing Mr. Diggs,
Yeah.
did she say that she had been assaulted?
No.
I want to back up down to kind of early in your testimony. You said you have a dash camera in your car.
Mhm.
How long have you had that?
Probably a little after my birthday, which is September. So, yeah. Probably end of September, beginning of October.
Okay. Why do you have that?
Because people are scamming in your insurance fraud. Like they hit your car, they see you have a nice car, and they try to get money out of you.
In New York, you said?
Yeah.
I don't have any further questions.
Cole, here to inquire.
Good afternoon, Ms. Charles.
Afternoon.
So you've been doing Mr. Diggs' hair, you said every 2 to 3 weeks?
Yeah.
For how long?
So I started doing his hair when he was at the Buffalo Bills, and then last year, like a little before the Met Gala last year, is when like I started doing it consistently.
Okay, so for more than 1 year you've been doing it, or?
Yeah.
And that's you said like a 3 to 5 hour appointment every 2 to 3 weeks. How much do you get paid when you do that?
It depends on the style that I do. It could range from $600 to probably $1,500.
And you said that sometimes you go to the games afterwards.
Yeah.
How many times has that happened?
I went twice when I was in Dedham, once in New York, and once at the Super Bowl.
And you also said that at least on one occasion you slept over his house. Did you sleep over his house often, or?
No.
When did you meet Ms. Adams?
Probably August, September.
So at the time when she went to New York, you'd known her for 2-3 months, something like that?
Probably, yeah.
And you'd known him for over a year?
Yeah.
And you'd seen him every 2 to 3 weeks for 3 to 5 hours?
Yeah.
So is it fair to say you knew him better than you knew her?
No, because we have a client service provider relationship. So I wouldn't say that's subjective.
When you're doing his hair, do you talk to him?
I keep it professional. So just how's the game, stuff like that, nothing in his personal life.
Maybe 1 moment. Nothing further.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Charles.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the defense calls Natalia Moses.
Just watch your step, and then you can remain standing face to face.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may sit or stand.
Good afternoon, Ms. Moses.
Good afternoon.
Can you state your name and spell your last name for the record, please?
Sure. My name is Natalia Moses, Moses.
All right, and I'll just ask you to keep your voice up a little bit so that everyone in the court can hear.
Sure.
Do you also go by a nickname?
Yes, Tali.
Tali is your nickname?
Yes.
Where do you live?
I live in Brooklyn, New York, and I've just moved. I live in Florida. I go between Brooklyn and Florida as I have a business in Florida as well.
Okay, and what do you do for a living?
I'm a hairstylist.
Do you work for any particular salon or on your own?
No, I have my own business.
Okay. Do you know Shy Charles?
I do.
How do you know Shy?
Shy and I met in 2018. I started off being her assistant, her braiding assistant.
Okay. Do you still work with Shy?
No.
All right. What about Stefon Diggs? Do you know Stefon Diggs?
No, not personally.
Have you ever met Stefon Diggs?
No.
Is Stefon Diggs a client of yours?
No.
Okay. Do you know Mila Adams?
I do.
How do you know Mila?
I know Mila through Shy.
Okay. When is the first? Have you ever met Ms. Adams?
I have.
When is the first time you met her?
I want to say December 2nd into December 3rd. Around that time, that was the first time I met her in person, but I would have spoken to her on the phone on multiple occasions before.
Okay. And did you talk to her, just the two of you before December 2nd?
No, not just the two of us. We would always speak on with Shy in the middle, so it would always be on Shy's phone. So I never spoke to her one-on-one prior to December 2nd.
I see. Okay. So Shy and Ms. Adams had a relationship.
That's correct.
And then sometime, and you and Shy have a relationship.
That's correct.
And sometimes the three of you would talk.
That's correct.
Understood. And were these calls professional calls, business calls, personal calls?
Personal calls.
Okay. All right. So what were the circumstances under which you met Ms. Adams on December 2nd?
So she said she was passing through to New York, and Shy told her, well, she could stay at her house. I just came from Atlanta because I had a job in Atlanta, and Shy told me that she would pick me up as we were coming in from the same airport. I, however, came in before Miss Adams, so I went to my family's house, and Shy picked me up from there with Miss Adams in the car.
Okay. And where was your family's house?
In Queens.
All right. And that was the first time you met Ms. Adams?
In person, yes.
In person.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, I take it you had been in Shy's car before?
That's correct.
All right. And can you describe her car, the outside of it?
It's a white AMG.
Okay. And can you just describe the inside of her car?
She has a red interior.
All right. Does she have any recording devices in her car?
Yes, she has a dash cam in her car.
All right. And can you describe what that dash cam looks like?
It's a rectangular shape. She has it on the top of the windshield.
Okay. So you can see it when you're sitting in her car?
That's correct.
All right. And did you know that that dash cam was in there?
I did.
All right. Did you know that on December 2nd?
Yes, I did.
And you could see it when you were sitting in the car on December 2nd?
Yes, I did.
All right. After Shy and Ms. Adams picked you up in, I think you said Queens?
Yes.
What did you do after that?
We went to New Jersey.
And what did you do in New Jersey?
We was just chilling at the house. We bought food and, girls' time. We was just hanging around watching music videos and stuff like that.
And during that time, it's a strange question, were the lights on?
It was.
Okay. When you were with Shy and Miss Adams at the house in New Jersey, did you notice any marks or bruises or redness on Ms. Adams' face?
I did not.
Could you see her neck at that time?
Yes.
Did you notice any marks or redness or bruises on her neck?
No, I did not.
Did she complain at any point about soreness or stiffness or, soreness or stiffness?
No, she did not.
You testified, did you see her eat?
I did.
Did you see her drink?
I did.
Did she seem to have any difficulty swallowing?
She did not.
Did she complain about difficulty swallowing?
No, she did not.
Or a sore throat at all?
No.
Did her voice sound hoarse?
No, it did
Did her
not.
voice sound any different than it had sounded when you previously spoke with her?
No.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary in her appearance or her behavior on December 2nd?
I did not.
Okay. How long did you end up spending time with Miss Adams in New York City?
Approximately a week.
Okay. Did you spend that whole week? And I'm sorry, I should have asked this question. Did you stay in that house in New Jersey on December 2nd?
No, we went to Shy's house in Brooklyn.
Okay. And did you end up staying there that night?
We did.
Did you stay there also on the night of December 3rd?
I did.
And did you stay there all the way up until December 9th?
I did.
Okay. And did Ms. Adams stay there as well?
She did.
Where did you sleep in the Brooklyn house?
We all slept in Shy's room.
Okay. By all, you mean you, Miss Adams, and Shy?
And Shy.
Okay.
Sometimes Shy would go to her boyfriend's house, so sometimes it would just be Miss Adams and myself.
Okay. I take it you at some point woke up on December 3rd.
Yes.
And what was Ms. Adams' behavior like on December 3rd?
She was fine. She was bubbly.
Okay.
Yeah, a good personality. She didn't show any signs of anything wrong.
Okay. Did she cook for you?
She made breakfast.
And same question on December 3rd. Did you spend December 3rd with her?
I did.
Did you see any bruises, redness, marks on her face at that time?
No.
Were you able to see her neck on that day?
Yes, I did.
Were you able to see her chest on that day?
Yes, we all stayed in the same room, so we got dressed and everything together.
Okay, understood. And did you see any marks or bruising or redness?
No.
On any of those areas? Okay. Did you see any such marks or bruises or redness, anything like that the entire week you spent together?
No.
Okay. Did there come a time where Ms. Adams asked you to take a look at her hair?
Yes.
Can you, what was that? How did that come about?
So I was supposed to do her hair. So a stylist, I would analyze her hair. I would lift it up just to see if, the style that we was going to do. I was trying to decide on the style that we was going to do. So I did have close up view to her neck and her hair.
Okay. And in the course of lifting her hair and looking at her neck, did you see anything?
No.
Okay. Do you remember taking a couple of videos of Ms. Adams while you were together in New York?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember approximately when that was?
Possibly December 7th or 8th, around that time.
Okay. And I will ask Mr. Kettlewell to very smoothly play Exhibit 8, please. Okay, and we could just pause that. Sorry. Ms. Moses, is this one of the videos that you took of Ms. Adams?
Yes, it is.
All right, and can you just describe where you are?
We were in Shire's room there, and we were just goofing around, listening to music and dancing and stuff.
Okay. And then if you could just complete that video, please. All right, and then Mr. Kettlewell, if you could play Exhibit 9, please. And can you just hit pause for a second? Thank you. Is this the other video that you took of Ms. Adams?
Yes, it is.
And that was on that trip in New York?
Yes, it is.
Between December 2nd and December 9th?
Yes.
Okay. And was this close in time to the first video?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So she pop locking and dropping it jet between the night that she was strangled and before she filed a police report. Ain't that a bitch?
Was this close in time to the first video?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no.
Mr. Kettlewell, if you could keep playing.
I told y'all, look at that body. She got body.
All right. Mr. Kettlewell, if you could keep playing. And was that video that you took, was that consistent of how Miss Adams was being with you?
Yes.
Okay. Did anyone ask you to take that video?
No.
But Miss Adams knew you were filming her.
She did.
Okay. And the entire time that you were with Miss Adams in New York City, did she mention anything about being hit?
She did not.
Did she mention anything about being choked?
No, she did not.
Did she say or do anything that suggested to you that Steph Diggs had hurt her or scared her in any way?
She did not.
I have no further questions. Kamal?
Just briefly, that New York trip, was that the first time you had ever met Miss Adams in person?
That's correct.
You said you didn't see any bruises on her. Were you looking for bruises on her?
No, but she was in my face.
Nothing further.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Thank you.
All right, so defense for us. All right, jurors, so the defense has rested. There's no further evidence in this case, so that is closed. So that means that, as I predicted for you, what remains will be the closing statements of the attorneys, and then I will give you my instructions for you on the law. What we're going to do is we're going to suspend for the luncheon recess, and we will resume at 2 o'clock with all of that. Okay? So there should be, your lunch order should be ready, hopefully, and we'll see you back here in a little over an hour. All right, thank you.
All rise, jurors can step down, please.
The squad stands in a luncheon recess.
Counsel, if I could just get the flash drive.
Yes.
Well, look like they about to wrap this sucker up. I'm not gonna sit here for an hour in between. I was gonna do the Marcellus Wiley stuff, but I'll do that as a standalone. So I'll be back in an hour when they start with their closing statements. It shouldn't have went to court, but that's the judicial system. She can't say she got justice because she went through all of this. So, in about an hour, since they're just started and we are in real time, about 30 seconds back, I'll be back when they start the closing arguments. To the next episode, Low Channel, Big Voice. We'll be back in an hour. Low key, niggas hating but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we don't eat.